everyone, this is Misty Metchke. I'm a realtor with Hunsaker & Associates, and we are talking about buyer tips. And the process of buying a home has a lot of up and down. There's some drama with it. And one of the things that happens is it's all exciting at the beginning, but then as you get closer and closer to closing, it just seems like things just kind of slow down and not a lot's happening. So what I want to do is kind of explain what's happening behind the scenes. So if we start to talk about that process, one of the first things we're doing is we're writing the purchase agreement, we're negotiating, we're doing our inspections, and then we're waiting for the appraisal, and then it seems like for about 3 weeks, not a lot's happening. So in that 3 weeks, what is happening is a lot of paperwork. So one of the first things we are doing is we are working with the seller to get the abstract. And the abstract is this big, thick, legal size book. And it goes all the way back to like 1850s, and it's going to have the chain of history of who has owned that house ever since. And what we are doing is we want to make sure that that title is free and clear, that there's been no foreclosures, there's been no short sales, the seller's current on their mortgage, they've paid their property taxes. If somebody has died, that the paperwork, on the state is taken care of. If they've gone through the divorce, that all of that signatures, court approval is taken care of. I would say probably about 95% of the time that process goes very smoothly. But occasionally, especially if there's a divorce or an estate, we will run into some hiccups, which just means there's some missing paperwork. It's not a big deal. We work through it. We will go ahead and get those documents taken care of and signed. But if we run into those are the things that can cause delays. So the first thing is the abstract goes to an abstracting company and they're reviewing it. They're putting together some documents, and those documents get sent to a local real estate attorney. They are reviewing that, and they do what's called a title opinion. They're the ones that say, hey, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. You as a buyer are paying for that, and you'll get a copy of it. The other thing that's happening behind the scenes is we are doing your financing and your underwriting. So you said you're working at this place, you said you had this car loan, you said you had the student loan, but we didn't realize you have some old credit card debt from college, or maybe you have some past due medical bills. So the bank is just kind of working behind the scenes to make sure that your financial history is what we expect it to be. We've had that before where we found out there was a student loan for like $300. It just has to get resolved. Those are the issues that kind of work behind the scenes, and that takes about 2 to 3 weeks sometimes, especially if you're getting a loan. If you ever have questions on that, just feel free to reach out to your real estate agent, and they can kind of give you an update of what's happening there. So this is Misty Metchke, just kind of talking about behind the scenes with real estate transactions. If you ever have questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.